Hey, take a Steve Bannon. All right, this is Seth Rich with Al Jazeera America.
My cat has no balls, and neither do you.
We still will say other things to him as well. That the Trump era has to be a short era. The Trump era has to be a short era.
Administration goes right now. What kind of action are you hoping they take to kind of, eliminate the income inequality in this country or the lack of opportunity for all? What do you want to see the administration do?
Well, primarily I want to see Donald Trump release his tax returns. We can start with that. Start with that.
And then from there,
I think that we need to.
you're good.
Yeah, I want to see a movement bill. I don't want to make too many prescriptive things right now when we have a movement in its nascent stage. But I do want to see an administration that is accountable and that cares about working people.
Right, and how do you think the administration has displayed that they're not accountable and don't care about working people?
Well, Donald Trump hasn't released his tax returns, and I think that the cuts to programs that benefit working people is one example of the way that the administration has shown that it.
What are some of those programs?
I think that I'm gonna be done with this interview.
Okay. Well, thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Have fun out here. Take care.
Well,
Small hands, small dick, small heart.
yeah. So that's pretty much the message. I don't know. What are we out here trying to accomplish? I think we're just trying to add to the numbers out here, send a message. That's about it.
Right, and what is that message?
We don't agree with the political situation in America right now.
Right, can you be a little more specific? What about the situation don't you agree with?
I don't think I'm interested in doing that.
You don't want to be more specific?
Yes.
All right, he's not interested in being more specific. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Any further comments from you?
No, thank you.
All right, this is Michael Hastings with Revolution Now, student news organization.
We don't see Donald Trump as actually the problem. The problem is capitalism. The reason that Donald Trump exists is because of capitalism. It's because capitalism is failing and voters voted him in to try and relieve some of their anxiety, racial and economic anxiety from capitalism. And that's the reason that this matters.
How do you enforce communism then?
Enforce communism? I mean, it's not supposed to be coercive. I mean, personally,
It's not supposed to be what?
it's not supposed to be coercive. I'm more along the lines of an anarchist. So the idea would be it's a voluntary society where everyone puts forward what they can put forward, and we work in small communities.
So we're talking about kind of like anarchic, volunteerist communism.
Yes.
And if we're going to lob bombs, my God, how could you blow up an airport and not blow it up? I mean, Jesus, competence, for goodness sakes. Really want to help? Take in refugees. These people need cover. Maybe a no-fly zone? I mean, my goodness, how could you not grasp that the Holocaust centers, they were concentration camps. They were death camps. It was an industry. There were railroads.
Get a job.
What's your guys' issue with American politicians or diplomats having relations or connections to, say, Russian entities, as opposed to, say, something like Saudi Arabia? As you guys I'm sure know, we've sold armaments to Saudi Arabia. They've made the Saudi state has made very large donations to, say, like the Clinton Foundation and whatnot. What about Russia is really drawing your guys' ire right now?
There was just now, there was an attack on our political electorate. There was an attack on our election. Whether they think it swung votes or not, of course it probably influenced some people. But this was a campaign which took not just WikiLeaks to do, but it took a staff of Americans to go through the dumps to release them at just the same time. Saudi Arabia did not just attack, although, look, there's issues there with what Trump owns there.
No, what he was asking too is,
No, is that-
specifically about the Clinton Foundation. The Clinton Foundation
Oh.
took money as a charitable organization where there was no quid pro quo. There was no.
That's right.
There was nothing that was promised. It didn't. It was open. It didn't help anybody. Everybody knew who gave what to that. The Russian situation is completely different. It was all through back channels. It was all through during the election process, our sacred election process.
And it's called hybrid warfare, and we're just learning about it now. I mean, like this is.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
not,
this is. I think
it's
this
not
is
an-
just something that people, even like.
How would you guys say the Russians interfered with the election this year?
When you do propaganda, like Hitler never forced anybody into the voting booth to do anything, so he didn't actually affect the
called
voting.
active measures.
But he actually he lied. He made people think something through demagoguery and fear mongering, and with fake news, things that happened that didn't actually happen. And what the Russians wanted to do is they wanted Hillary to be either weakened or not the
they didn't
president,
even think she was going to win after a while,
because Putin was scared. Putin was scared of Hillary, scared to death of Hillary because she got the protest in Moscow going.
And this isn't our opinion. This is the opinion of 17 and 16 intelligence agencies.
What are some examples of the Russian propaganda you guys have referenced?
RT, Sputnik News, Breitbart.
Right. If they're supporting.
Oh, and also Hillary is sick.
Yeah,
that was one that came out.
everything-
Hillary was sick.
We remember Hillary did pass out at the 9/11 memorial on her feet.
So what?
On her feet.
So what?
But they were saying that she had
she was ill.
Parkinson's
Yeah.
and she had the pen, she had all this stuff. The whole Pizzagate thing, it was all and people inside the Trump organization were taking money to also work with Breitbart and all the fake news that was happening.
And it was
that
also
was
dumped
coming
in
out.
certain states, in the swing states. It was dumped here more than it was dumped Ohio. I mean, do you already know this or?
Well, so RT is a Russian state news program, and so what did RT do specifically to propagate false news about the Clinton campaign?
Well, they put on people like Carter Page, Mike Flynn went on. They if you go through the stories, they propagated the Hillary Parkinson stories. Everything you just said. Go back in the files
If
and
they
look.
contributed $1 to anything that was going on over here, or they paid people, or they used their compromise to work against
It's also a
against
Putin-run
people
station.
in our elected. I don't care if another country prefers one candidate over another. That's okay. They're open with it, whatever. But when they're using back channel money and to cut down another candidate through fake stories, that's not right. If they say I openly support Trump and I'd like to give money to him, and that's fine. If that's an open state, if it's a leader of France, Germany, or whatever. But when the Russians actively participate in gathering intelligence and money and hacking into systems, stealing information,
And it's also
and then making it public through third channels like WikiLeaks.
What systems did the Russians hack into specifically?
Well, they hacked into Hillary's and John Podesta's email system. Turns out it was
and they
them.
released it at certain
And it was
times.
and it's
Yeah. So where was the proof that it was Russians who hacked into John Podesta's email?
it's documented. It's already
Yeah,
in
they know
the
the
congressional
handle.
committees have already.
Yeah, but it's documented isn't really an argument, right? Like, where's it documented, and when? Like, what's the proof? Like, how do we know?
I'd
No.
show you.
No.
But that's what, honey. That's what.
No.
That's what they do. You don't have it right in your pocket, so you.
No, just explain it to me. Just tell me.
It is an unclassified. No wait,
This
it's
is
an
total
I
bullshit.
know it is. He's an RT guy.
Right.
It's in the unclassified intelligence report. So I don't know who you're interviewing for.
Unclassified intelligence report?
Yes. Go
You're referring to the
go on the website. Go on the U.S. Senate's website and read it.
Are you referring to the one that alleges that Trump? Are you referring? Are you going to answer? Okay, answer my question. Are you referring to the unclassified intelligence report that alleges that Donald Trump had like connections to Russian hotels and that he was part of like illicit? Yeah, the dossier. Is that what you're referring?
To be true every day.
How is that? How is the dossier proven to be true?
Come to lunch with me and I'll prove. Who's paying you? Sputnik or RT?
We're an independent organization. Any closing statements, guys?
Oh, you're a little fucking spy, aren't you?
All right.
Oh my God, I knew
Figure
it.
that out in 5
I knew
seconds.
it.
So we got no proof. We got no proof of the dossier. We got no proof of the report.
What a little Breitbart guy. Oh my God. See you in Moscow, honey. See you in Moscow. See you in Moscow, honey.
All right, thanks, guys.
You edit
Thank
that
you.
the way you want.
Thank you for giving us a chance to tell you how wrong you are.
I appreciate it.
Edit it. What a fucking.
I just want to know where the proof is. Like, I would be totally on board right now if we just knew where the.
I'd be totally on board right now. Why don't you go watch the Intelligence Committee hearings? Have you done that yet?
You're convinced that Hillary's and the Clinton
Oh, no,
Foundation
it's God.
was absolutely
What a jerk-off.
hardcore
little
evidence
spy.
against Hillary.
So John Podesta is citing.
Are you Putin's grandson?
John Podesta is citing that the Russians.
What an
Hey,
asshole.
Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are both puppets of the establishment.
No, Hillary. She
They're-
wasn't paid by Russia, okay?
I understand that, but
He was.
I didn't support either one of them. I didn't support either one of them.
Look, one was warfare. One is.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, one is
There's 12 individuals at a round table who run this
Get
world.
away from this.
You understand? They run your world. There's 12 people that run your media, poison your food, your air, your water. Matter of fact,
Do you have identification or not from your
Who, me?
organization? No.
oh, I didn't do anything wrong.
I'm sorry. Because why should they give you information if you're just saying
I didn't support any of the
Let's get outta here.
presidents. But I'll tell you what.
About 5 seconds later.
But I'll tell you what.
No, I actually
There's only one way thing. There's only one way thing is
thought
gonna.
it was American.
Come on.
No, you're not.
Well, because I didn't vote.
Well, you're colluding by still passing this fake news. That's the whole point. They passed fake news.
What I'm
You
saying
are,
is,
you are
ma'am.
now colluding with Russia. You are now colluding.
Ma'am, what I'm saying
Get
is
your
it's not.
microphone out of
What I'm saying is it's not enough.
it out of my
It's
face.
not enough. For, oh, yeah, okay. So,
Теплое место на улице ждут отпечатков наших ног. Звездная пыль